James here from GoodGuitarist.com, and today I'm going to show you the easiest way to play Tuesday's Gone by Lynyrd Skynyrd. And this is one of my favorite songs of all time. So this is just where we're going to start. I'm definitely going to revisit this song in the future and show you how to play it like the recording and so on. Either way, today is a simple strummer version that goes like this.
Now feel the wind blow outside my door. Meantime, I'm leaving my woman at home. Tuesday's gone.
Now, we're definitely simplifying it here by putting it into the key of G, but you can always, afterwards, once you've learned the tune, put a capo on the 2nd fret. You'll be able to play along with the recording. And speaking of the recording, there's a bunch of other cool stuff on there. And we've tried our best here to capture all of that stuff in a much easier to play way with today's version. So we're gonna cover quite a lot here. Anyways, we're gonna start off with the chord shapes. We have G, and we're gonna go into a D chord. And we can just pivot off our ring finger. And then from there, we're gonna go into an E minor chord. And then into a C chord. Now this is literally the most common chord progression on guitar: G, D, E minor, C. If you need extra help with that, I have a free ebook. It's completely free for all my subscribers that will help you with the chord switching and all the other fundamentals. I'll put a link for that down below. I also have a video where we cover 30 songs that use just those 4 chords. So once you learn this, if you want to get some extra mileage out of that, maybe I'll put a link down below for that too. Anyways, we're just using some basic chords here, but we're in 3/4 time. So I'm just gonna write out the progression for the verse, and you can see it's pretty straightforward, but we're only gonna play each chord for 3 beats. So you can just practice, if you're not familiar with 3/4 time, going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, D, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, E minor, just doing it like that. Counting along, playing downstrokes only as you make the switches. That way you can make sure that your chord hand is doing its job and that you're tapping into that 3/4 time where we keep counting up to 3. And once you're comfortable with that, we can add some strumming. It's a pretty simple strumming pattern once you get used to that 3/4 feel. We can write it out with the counting. We have a downstroke on beat 1, and then we go down, up on 2, and down, up on 3. And to practice it, we can simply mute the strings and go 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and 1, and just do that a whole bunch of times, And we would play this pattern for every chord symbol that we see up there. So we have 2 Gs, we play it 2 times on G, and so on. I'm just gonna play this nice and slow with a metronome. You're welcome to try it with me, or you can always just watch, see what happens, and try it with me after. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that part makes up like 80% of the song. There is one other section, the chorus, and we're going to need one more chord shape for that, F, which can can be a bar chord, but I have a much simpler solution where we put our index on the first fret of the B string, our middle finger on the second fret of the G string, our pinky on the third fret of the D, and then our ring finger just above that on the third fret of the A string. Lightly touch the thickest string with your thumb. And I'm just going to write out the chord progression for the chorus. Nice and repetitive, pretty simple. Before adding the strumming, make sure that you can do that downstroke thing. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, and so on. And then you add the strumming to that. I'm going to do it nice and slow once again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Tuesday's gone with the wind. My baby's gone with the wind.
And with just those two sections, you can strum and sing the entire song. But there is one little thing that I'd like to add to kind of spice things up a little bit. Whenever we have 4 measures of C in a row, basically at the end of every phrase, we can do this. And we're just taking our C chord and we're adding our pinky to the third fret of the B string. We have our regular C chord. We play a downstroke. I like to focus my downstroke here on the thicker strings. I call that a root strum. So root. And then on beat 2, I do a downstroke with my pinky added. And then on beat 3, I remove my pinky. So rhythmically, it's really simple. 1, 2, 3. And you're just doing 3 different motions. Root, and then strumming with that pinky added, and then strumming without our pinky. We do that 3 times. And then the 4th time we go. So what I'm doing there is I play my root on beat 1, and then I'm going to go down, up, just like my strumming pattern, but I'm playing around with my chord fingers here. On the downstroke on beat 2, my index and pinky are both removed. Then for the upstroke, I add my index where it belongs on the C chord at the first fret. Then on the downstroke of the 3, I add my pinky. And then on the final upstroke, it's all open. My index and pinky are both removed. So we can just think about it as in terms of the B string. It's O, 1, 3, O. Down, up, down, up. You can even do that just to kind of warm up into it. O, 1, 3, O. And then you just do it with full strums. And then we get ready to land on G. And I like playing G this way. When I really quickly need to switch from C into G, that's like the absolute fastest way, where you put your ring finger on the third fret of the thickest string and your pinky on the third fret of the thinnest string. You know, you can go. And if that's too much, you can just do the same root, down, up for a 4th time. That's totally fine too. Either way, when we add that to our entire progression, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. And that's it. At this point, I recommend printing out the lyrics and listening to the recording. You can always print off the chords and lyrics, but I feel like you fall into a trap where you rely on that a little too much. So I like going halfway, just printing off the lyrics, using everything we learned in the lesson, going through this lesson a few times and learning each section bit by bit. Then when you listen to the song, you'll be able to plug it in and figure out the order. And I know that's some work, but that's the type of work that when you put it in, you get the crazy good results. I do have me playing through this entire thing on my website. I'll put a link down below. That's for premium members at my website. But I recommend doing it that other way as well, because that is definitely the way to grow. Now, if you enjoy learning guitar with me, I'd really appreciate if you could take a moment to subscribe to the channel, like the video. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. If you're interested in becoming a premium member of Good Guitarist, I'll put a link down below with some more information on that. You get extras like the play along for this, but you also get access to my courses, access to my community where you can ask me questions directly. It's a really great way to, supercharge your guitar journey. So I'll put some more info on that down below if you're interested. Otherwise, have a fun time practicing, and I'll see you soon.